There are places the world has forgotten, villages swallowed by silence where the air is heavy with secrets. In these places, legends are not just stories, they are warnings. Tonight, I will tell you about one such legend, a name whispered. In fear, a spirit bound by fire and vengeance. Her name is Maira, and once you enter her house, you may never leave again. Midnight in the A's. Please subscribe my channel. Let's go start that video. Thanks for you guys. Maira full horror story continuous version. The night was heavy with mist when four friends Arif, Nadia, Samir, and Rafik arrived in a forgotten village at the edge of nowhere. Their car moved slowly along the broken road, headlights slicing through thick fog that felt alive. A strange smell filled the air, a mixture of burned wood and something rotten. Man, this place looks abandoned, Samir muttered, lowering the window. Nadia hugged her jacket tighter. It's only 8, but the whole village feels dead. Arif smirked, the adventurer among them. That's exactly why we came here. Ghost stories, mystery, it's perfect. From the shadows, a few villagers stared without a word. Their eyes carried fear and anger. An old man spat on the ground and whispered one word, Maira. The friends exchanged glances. What did he say? Rafik asked. Arif shrugged. Doesn't matter. Probably just a warning. Come on, let's find that house. Soon they reached an old wooden house at the edge of the forest. Its roof sagged, windows cracked, and vines curled like skeletal fingers across the walls. Inside, the air was suffocating, thick with dust and mold. The caretaker, a frail old man, gave them a rusty lantern and spoke in a trembling voice. This house has rules. Stay inside after midnight and never open the attic door. His eyes shifted toward the ceiling before he walked away without another word. The friends explored. Nadia noticed strange scratches carved into the wall, symbols that looked like burning eyes. In a corner lay broken dolls with melted faces, and on a shelf, a torn prayer book with blackened pages. This is creepy, she whispered. Arif grinned. Exactly what we wanted. That night, as everyone tried to sleep, Rafik heard footsteps in the hallway. Grabbing the lantern, he stepped outside. The flame flickered violently as the air grew colder. At the end of the hallway stood a shadowy woman, her tangled hair covering her face, her dress torn. She tilted her head slowly, and her glowing white eyes opened. Rafik gasped and stumbled back, but when the lantern flickered again, she was gone. The next morning, he told the others. Samir laughed. You were half asleep, probably a dream. But Nadia frowned. Dreams don't leave footprints. Wet marks led straight into the attic door, locked with chains. Later that day, Nadia overheard villagers whispering the same name, Maira. She approached an old woman, who finally told her the story in secret. Maira had been beautiful, too beautiful. Villagers claimed she bewitched men with black magic. Out of hatred and fear, they dragged her into the house, locked the doors, and burned her alive. Her screams echoed for hours. Since then, her spirit haunted anyone who dared to stay. Nadia's face turned pale when she repeated the story to her friends. Arif dismissed it. Just legends. Every village has them, but the others weren't so sure. That night, things worsened. Samir grew strangely silent. He sat in a corner, staring blankly, murmuring in a language no one understood. When Arif asked if he was okay, Samir's head snapped up. His eyes were rolled back white, and his voice was no longer his own. You should not have come. The lanterns flickered. Doors slammed shut. A sudden scratch ran across Rafik's arm, though nothing touched him. Nadia screamed as invisible hands pulled her hair. Samir laughed hollowly, his voice deep and broken. She's here. Maira is here. Panic spread. Arif tried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge. Windows rattled but refused to break. Then they saw the mirror on the wall. It reflected them not alive, but dead. Their throats cut, their eyes hollow. Nadia collapsed, sobbing. We're trapped. We're all going to die. From the corner, Samir whispered, you cannot escape Maira. Desperate, they searched the torn prayer book and found a ritual. They drew a circle with salt and lit candles, chanting trembling words. For a moment, silence filled the house. Then the candles blew out, one by one. A low growl rose from the walls. And then she appeared. Maira. Her burned body floated above the ground. Her flesh peeled, her face twisted in agony and rage. Her long hair whipped like living snakes as she screamed, this is my house. The friends clung to each other, chanting desperately, but the salt circle broke. The walls shook, furniture crashed, and the house groaned with fury. Arif was the first dragged into the darkness, his screams cut short. Nadia was lifted into the air and slammed against the wall before vanishing. Rafik tried to fight but was crushed by invisible hands. Finally, Maira turned to Samir, the one she had already possessed. She whispered into his ear. With a sick smile, he walked willingly into the darkness. When dawn broke, the villagers found the house silent. Its door stood open, but inside, no one remained. Only bloody handprints covered the walls, and across the mirror, written in red letters, was a single word, Maira. Since then, the villagers avoided the house, but on nights when the fog thickens, some still hear the screams echoing in the mist. Maira never forgives.